The beginning of the week, I was chewing a lot of gum, right? A lot of gum. And I have TMJ. For those of you who don't know, I've showed a video literally of me up to close to the camera. Like, you guys can hear my jaw popping. Terrible. Well, chewing gum and TMJ just don't go together. They really don't. I was chewing a lot of gum, and then I couldn't hear out of my one ear, and I'm like, what the hell is going on? And then this whole side of my face starts hurting really badly, right? Okay, we're there, right? By the way, I'm like super manic right now. I haven't stayed up this late in a fucking minute. Like, we haven't seen Manic Kaylee in a while. My ADHD is like fucking, I'm all over the place. Anyways, exactly. Okay, so you know, this whole side of my face is hurting, my ear is hurting, I can't hear. We think that my ear is stuffed up, so what do? Grab the light thing, you know, the camera to see in the ear. There's a lot of earwax in there, okay? Clean the earwax out, right? I know this sounds gross, I'm so sorry guys. We clean it out, right? We think we clean it out. We do not, okay? Turns out I have an ear infection. Not only that, my TMJ, I went to the emergency room. They were like, we can't even tell if you have an ear infection. Like, they're like, it's so compacted in there. I was always told, clean your ear with a Q-tip. And then I was told not to clean my ear with a Q-tip. So then I'm like, what the fuck do I use to clean my ears? Well, listen to this shit, right? My ear canals, I went to an ENT today. If you don't know what that is somebody who specifically cleans out your ears and does shit with your ears and crap, right? They went in to my ears and they were like, yeah, you were not allowed to clean your ears. They were like, your ear canals are so small that like you're just not allowed. They were like, you clean your ears with something, you're just gonna pack that shit in there. Okay, find out I have an ear infection. Great, right? I go to the dentist, and then he tells me we go to do a bite check, and I woke up yesterday not being able to bite down. Like, when I bite, these are the only teeth that are touching. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are the only 6 teeth that touch when I smile. What's next? I look up online. Botox works really good for calming down the muscles, like relaxing the muscles, right? That's what Botox does. I get the Botox in today, and you know, it doesn't kick in for a little bit, so I still can't bite down all the way. Then I figure out if I want a permanent solution to my bite being fixed, I need to get Invisalign. So now I have to get Invisalign on top of my veneers, which just really, it was either braces or that. I'm not getting braces. I'll ruin all of my fucking veneers, and I'm not doing that shit. So, but yeah, so you know what? And I'm not taking this as a sign that this is a sign you shouldn't move to Florida or anything. I'm taking this as a sign that I neglected a lot of my healthcare that I didn't even know, like I didn't even know it needed taken care of, right? I neglected it, and now it is kicking me in the ass, like literally just like shoving the foot farther and farther up there. So yeah, that is why I have not posted. I apologize, but I'm here right now to give y'all a video. Literally, like, you know what, cut this, we're going to the video. Okay, I'm going to bring you guys up close. There we go. So just my quick little usual rundown. For most of the story time, I will be looking in this direction because my mirror's over here and I would like to see what I'm doing. I do tell these story times in a first person point of view, so if you don't like that, please exit out of the video. And these story times are sent in by anonymous people. Okay, so story time. I was the hometown hoe. So a little background information. I was 18 when all this shit went down, and I was a senior in high school. And by the way, we're just gonna start this off by saying I am not a bad person. I just had some issues. Okay. One of those issues was my inability to say no to attractive men, or just men in general. Like, the high school that I went to was filled with extremely attractive guys, or just guys with really good personalities. Not that I really gave a shit about that, but these guys just so happen to want to sleep with anything that walks or talks. Where the problem came in is that some of these guys had girlfriends or psycho exes that they wouldn't tell you about until after you did the nasty with them. Or in my case, they tell me and I just don't give a fuck. So I ignore it. and do what I want. With that being said, y'all can probably tell I did not stick to girl code and I did not have many female friends. Actually, I didn't have any. But listen, I just love the validation that I got from men, and I wouldn't hide it either, to be honest. I feel like I was never the boyfriend type of girl. I mean, my only relationship lasted about 3 months, and that was whenever I was in 8th grade. I was hitting puberty and finally getting attention from some boys. And my first boyfriend, I just happened to lose my virginity to. But just to give you an idea that I was not the boyfriend type of girl, I was cheating on him the whole 3 months. I'm not even gonna not gonna lie. Anyways, the girls that I went to school with, they knew my reputation. They were well aware of what I was capable of, so nobody would invite me anywhere, which, to be fair, was a smart move on their part, because I had no issues flirting with a guy that someone liked or somebody's boyfriend right in front of them. But at the same time, that meant that I was always left to hang out with the guys, which worked out in the end for me. Like, bitches thought that I was so pressed that they didn't want to be friends with me. No, bitch. I actually like the attention that I get from men, so stay mad. Besides, they would all get so jealous and so mad whenever I was hanging out with the guys, so it would low-key just backfire on them in the end. Eventually, it got to a point where I was being bullied by all the girls in school and being used by all the guys. Well, then the one day, I was partnered up with our school's running back on the football team, and he was extremely good looking, and him and his girlfriend just broke up, making the perfect time for me to just swoop in and get what I wanted from him, which was low-key just validation. Yeah, I don't know what was wrong with me. Leave me alone. I know. So after a few days of us talking and texting, which turned into sexting, we figured out that there was a mutual physical attraction, to say the least. Well, before I knew it, he was picking me up before school. We would do the nasty in his car, and then he would drop me off about a minute away from the school because he didn't want to be seen with me like most of the other guys. Well, the one morning we were running a little bit late to school, and we decided since we were already late, we might as well just walk in together because nobody would see us. The only people who were outside were the kids on the track, and the only people really walking in the hallways were usually the teachers and the stoners looking for a way to sneak out during first period. Well, as soon as you walk in the front doors, there is a bathroom, specifically the girls' bathroom. And I kid you not, we are both walking in whenever his ex-girlfriend's best friend walks out the bathroom. How unlucky do you have to be? In my case, I guess not in his ex-girlfriend's case because they were low-key talking about getting back together. Whatevs. So she sees us, she starts speed walking back to her class, and CJ starts running after her, trying to talk to her, which, to be honest, it was pointless because she was ignoring him, so. But sooner rather than later, meaning right after school, I get a call from a random number, and I bet you all can guess who that is. Yup, it is CJ's ex-girlfriend. What a shock. Anyways, I answer the call, and she was very angry, which was low-key annoying because they were broken up. If anything, you should go after the man who told you that he wanted to get back together with you instead of going after me. But she was calling me a whore, a homewrecker, pretty much everything under the sun, which really didn't hurt my feelings because I've heard it all before from these jealous-ass, bitter-ass bitches. So the next day, I show up to school, and this bitch had one of her little minions throw a popcorn chicken bowl on me.